Hi friends, it's Liz here. Today I have, I guess, probably my last fall themed project of the season. I'm not sure. I've been working on, several different projects, and I have found that I'm having a hard time deciding what to film and what to share with you. So I, for now decided to go with this, and it is just little ephemera holders, as I've been really enjoying making those. So I'll show you what I've done, and then at the end I'll show you just how to put some of the basic pieces together, just in case you're not familiar with what I'm showing you. So I'm going to start with, I guess, the small one. You may have seen this one previously. I have shared something similar before, which is my see-through pockets. So this one is a little different, and that's why I wanted to show you this one. I am using some of my digitals. Most of the digitals that I'm using in these projects, actually all of the digitals, are from Digital Collage Club, and I will leave a coupon code below in case you're interested in purchasing anything. There's some really awesome digitals in Tina's shop. But I am using for the cover here just some of my fall themed digitals, and then I've got some of the leaves that I've punched out with my die cut. Now the pocket here, it is an image from Digital Collage Club. It's the wood themed one. I will link the name of the digital below, but this one I did not make it see-through, and I'll show you why. So this is made with recycled envelopes, but I'll show you that in a few minutes. So there's a large pocket in the back, as you can see here, and it does not affect the image that I'm showing you there. So again, this is from Digital Collage Club images. So I've got a little tuck spot here. And I know it's probably not going to fit now that I'm filming. I'm not sure why that always happens, but so there's that. And then here we've got another smaller pocket with some of the additional pieces. And I really love these images because they can go with just about anything, nature themed, of course. And so I left the back. This is also just a nice grungy page from my digital. I left it just covered because I thought if you wanted to, you can add it to a page. And I'm just going to show you a couple of things in a moment here. Trying to find the page. So if you wanted to add this to your journal, right, you could add it to a page, and then depending on how you glue it, you could have an additional pocket on the top. So if you glue as a U kind of area, you could tuck something there, and then if you glue it this way, you've got another tuck spot that can come out of the side here. So if you can kind of envision what I'm talking about, you would have another tuck spot there, or you would have a tuck spot on the side. Okay, so that would be a different way that you could glue this to your page, and I would probably glue it so that it would pop out of your page this way. Super easy and fun to make. And the one that I had shown you before, very similar. This is the see-through one that I was referring to. So I showed you how to make this see-through pocket, again using recycled business envelopes. So that's basically that idea there. And then, and just in case you have not seen one of my ideas journal, this is just what it says. I just keep ideas on ephemera or things you can add to your journal pages or snail mail. This is one that my most recent one, but the older version is made out of an altered book. So I can link that below as well if you're interested in just seeing how those have been put together, if you want to have one of your own. So here's the next project. Now, not my idea. This is, oh my gosh, this has been done by so many ladies, but the most recent one I saw that inspired this project again was Robin Dudley Howe's. Now she made a beautiful shabby chic one. Oh my gosh, it was just beautiful. But I remembered making the smaller version in a different way. So I'll actually also leave that video link below. I made them totally different and smaller. So you can use one sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, to make the ones I showed you. And then this one is using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So let me show you first the front of the cover here. And again, it's ephemera holders. You could send to friends or in snail mail. So you've got the beautiful little, what is that? I don't think that's a squirrel. Anyways, it's something. A little woodland animal. And then at the bottom here, I just added some of the leaves that I have in one of my fall kits. A little die cut leaf there, and then a tiny little tag. And then you can see just the pockets. Now, we've made something like this before, where you just layer lots of pockets in your, with your book pages. I've shown you how to make these. Again, not my original idea. But I think it's just beautiful to just, layer different pieces into your work. Oh, and it does have a pocket. Oh, I just pulled out the other. I'll show you that after. It does have a pocket also on the back. I will definitely try and link all my tutorials. I have several tutorials just showing you how to make these different pieces. So for this particular book page one is what I'm talking about. So here, just, you load it up with all your goodies that you're sending to your pen pal or your friends. And I think it just makes a cute little, gift to send to someone. This is from A Tattered Dream, the beautiful little vintage looking tag. And so now you can just see how all the layers just really fill it up. So then when you open it up, you have so many other different ways to tuck things in here as well. So let me just pull some of these out so you can see. So this is what this side would look like empty. So I just have a little tag here in the back. Again, digitals I've used like this one are all from Digital Collage Club. So you've got a nice deep pocket on either side. This is from the kit, and what I did is I shrunk down the pages to make them into little journaling spots or note-taking spaces. So there's that there. I just, added a little envelope because you can always just add things to that when you send that to a friend. This is from my fall themed kit, just a little journaling card. And then this one, I just added it to a book page and then just did some journaling space as well. Again, I didn't do anything to the back because I thought if you wanted to use this and add it to a journal itself, that would look very nice as well. And then on this side, I just added another little pocket here. Again, layering some of the die cuts there. And then you can see, again, how that ends up having lots of space. Again, another one of the pages that I shrunk down. I just think it's just such a great way to use, a 12 by 12 sheet of paper to make these. This is one of the little mason jars that I showed you how to make. So I just kind of added one here. Part of the digital, love that image. And then again, just more, kind of ephemera pieces you can use anywhere. This is part of my fall cutouts. I think I have a few left in the shop. So I just make a bunch of little die cut themed pieces that you can use in your work. Okay, so then the back, this is where the little tag came out of. Another little pocket there. And I'm sure I'll be able to get it in. There we go. So it's got the little fox and that. And then I just kind of added a little tuck pieces in here again from Digital Collage Club. And then this is just a stamped out little ticket. So I think these were so fun to make. I like the difference of this flip out pocket because it doesn't have the see-through part, and then you can kind of just go crazy with what you add to the back. And then of course this one is super fun and easy to make. So let me just quickly show you how to make the basic design, and I hope you make some. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram and on Facebook if you're on it, and show me what you have done. I'm also going to be showing you some more consignment items very soon. I have some kits and just some amazing things coming to show you as well. And now let's get into the basic shapes of these. Before I show you the design for this one, this is the one that we made in the previous video. Same design. I just didn't do the same that I'm going to show you here. And I did add these pockets. So I show you in the video how to make these. I think they're just as fun because of course, you know, I'm still thinking of snail mail and things to send to friends. So this is the one that I had come up with using the same design, but changing it to make that one. I'll link that video below. So you'll need a 12 by 12 sheet of paper for the larger version. You can just see how the different shape, the different sizes are. And it can be double-sided or single-sided. I'm using single-sided because that's all I have. And I picked a neutral color for this. So the first thing you do is you're going to try and fold this in half and try and make it as even as you can. It might not work out that way, but you know, as best as you can get it. I can't believe I'm struggling so much with this. Okay, so we're trying to just make it as even as possible in half. Okay, so that's that. Then you're going to, however you want to fold your pages, you're going to just bring the two ends together. And I'm just eyeballing this one. I could try and come up with like a, you know, the score lines, etc. But if you just sort of eyeball where you might want your folds to be, you just have to be mindful that you're trying to kind of make them reach each other on either end, if you can see what I'm doing here. And we've made these types of folds with various projects before. I'm trying to make sure that it's also even up here. So you could do that this way, just sort of, you know, seeing how that looks. Okay, so that's definitely one way to do this. Or you can get your scoreboard, which I'm going to show you now what to do with the scoreboard. So with your paper still folded in half, put it on your scoreboard, and you could go to the 5.5 mark or just the one over, so the 5 5/8, I guess it is, and you put your score there, and then you flip it and you do the same thing on the other side. So just past the 5.5 mark. Okay, and you've got your kind of score lines there, and just take that over, and now you've got your little kind of envelope looking thing. Okay, so now the next part is you open it back up. Okay, the folds that you just did, you tuck them in the center. You bring the other one over, you tuck it in the center, and here's your first shape. So what I like to do is make sure that you have the one on the top facing on the inside, because this will give you a pocket. Okay, you'll fold this over again. Now take your bone folder and just make sure you have nice and crisp lines. Now with these papers, I'm finding that the, you know, paper rips a little bit, but that's fine. That gives it that nice kind of vintage look, I think. No, I think it does. So I'm just sort of scoring it here and there. Okay, so now you can see what I was showing you there, how that's looking. So you've got a couple of options here. What I did with mine, and let me flip it the right way, is I cut off this triangle part here, or this half of a triangle. I cut that off and I added it to this corner, but I'll show you why I did that. Okay, so this little fold here could actually, let's score it so that I'm not kind of fiddling around with it. So you take it back to your scoreboard and you just make sure you score your right up to the edge. Okay, because that just makes it easier when you're folding things afterwards. And I just realized I have to make sure that, yeah, it's still recording properly. Okay, so we've done our score line there, and just got to make sure that it's nice and even. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. So now you've got these little flaps here. So what you could do, these are your options, and again, I'm flipping it so that the top is on the inside, the bottom is on the top. You could fold it this way, and when you fold your flaps over, okay, you fold them to the outside, Then you've got your little tuck spots here and your tuck spot here. But for mine, I didn't do that. If you notice, I decided to kind of remove this piece and just leave it a blank little slate here so that I can add my pockets, etc. And then this piece here, I cut it and I added it to this part so that it wouldn't be a white background, if you kind of know what I mean. And then it's as easy as adding glue to the inside. So you would glue it there, glue it here, and then you've got your sections now divided, your pockets and everything else. So like I said, same design as my little one, basically, that I showed you with the 8.5 by 11, but with this one I had added my little pockets to it. For this one, it was just done as is and kind of using all those little bits. So I hope this made sense. I always ask the same question. If you want to see me decorate and finish this one off, let me know. Oh, but you can see how it's kind of ripping apart. I think it's just the way I folded the paper. I should have kind of folded it the other way. But again, I like how that gives it that nice vintage kind of look to it. Okay, so that's this one. Okay, I think we have time, so I will show you how I made this one. Also a little different than one I have shown you before. So again, I'm just using my junk mail envelope for this project, and I'm just going to cut it so that, you know, it's roughly the size of the page, I would say, because that's the page that I want to use. So this is, again, part of the Digital Collage Club kit, and I'm just going to cut the envelope to fit that size. So give me a moment, and I'm just going to come right back. Okay, so this is our little envelope. I am going to now open up the full envelope because that's what I did with this project, and I think that's what kind of makes it really fun. You get to use this envelope over and over, or you get to use your envelopes as much as you can. So because I printed my page in half the size, as I like to do with some of the digitals, what I did here is I'm folding it in half. Okay, so you can just kind of see how that is looking. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue to the side and bottom because this is going to be my pocket. Okay, so wrong glue, that one's almost finished. If you need to, if you want to see what my favorite supplies are, I usually get that question when I film a video, and sometimes it's hard to go back to remember, you know, what I used. I will link my Amazon shop below so you can just see all the different pieces that I use in my projects, or different supplies, I should say. Okay, so I'm going to just clean off that edge just a little bit. It's not necessary, but I'm just going to do that now there. Okay, so we have now the bottom. Okay, I think that's clean enough. Okay, so take your envelope and then put your design where you want it to go. See how you can kind of see the birds there? So I'm going to move it slightly over because I want to see the little birds. And I'm just going to add glue to the full sides of the page there. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just gluing the whole page down to my envelope front. Okay. And I just basically put the page where I wanted the birds to be, as you can see that there. And then I'll just check over the other side, see how that's looking. And, you know, you may have a little gap here from the fold. That's fine because you can use washi tape later to kind of finish that off, unless your page is a little bit longer, or depending what you want to use. Okay, so I'm just letting that dry a little bit so you can kind of see how that's looking. And now this one I had made it a little bit larger because it was a different design. So you can see I've got a little bit of extra there for the pocket. This one, when I show you the pocket, it's going to stick out a little bit further. So now you've got your pocket here, okay? And then you have the design that you can still see. So now you would just collage this, you know, finish your little decorating, add to the back if you want to. Then you've got your cute little window kind of flip out pocket that you can add to a journal. And there is that. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this quick share. I will definitely come back and show you more things very soon. Don't forget to check out the links below for Digital Collage Club and the coupon codes that I have as well. And if you want to see me finish these projects, let me know. I just sometimes find that, you know, once you've seen it a few times, you don't necessarily need to see it all over again. But if you are interested in seeing me finish these off, let me know. All right. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.